Hi everyone, it's me, B at Kelly Sunflower. So I'm on today to do a doll video. This is a hashtag called Dolls on Display, and it was created by the lovely Julie from the Doll Coven channel. So it's a 10 prompts hashtag or 10 question hashtag, and Julie actually tagged me in to do this about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so I'm a bit late to the table. So let's crack on. Question 1 is a doll that gets more attention than others. So at the moment, the dolls that are getting more attention than the rest of my dolls are my stock Blythe called Jayla and my factory Blythe called Pearl. They kind of hang out together. Jayla's the only stock Blythe that I have. She came with 2 stock clothes. I kind of like to plait her hair, so she's got her hair in china bumps and stuff, and she wears glasses like me, and I've been playing with her quite a bit. But if I'm honest, I think that I prefer my factory Blythes because I've got more clothes for them, their hair's more thicker, and I can dress them more. With the stock Blythes, which are the original Blythes, they've got smaller bodies. Their bodies are a different shape to the factory Blythes. So I find that, it's difficult to get clothes for them. But in answer to question 1, these are the dolls that I've been playing with a lot recently. So question 2 is a doll that goes unnoticed. I'm going to have to say that it's my LOL dolls. So this one is called Class Perez, and this one is called Royal B. I just don't like their faces. Their kind of eyes and stuff, they kind of remind me of the Gollywog. I can't get past the faces. This doll was gifted to me, and I thought maybe if I get Royal B, who's got afro hair, maybe I'll like her more. And even though I like her makeup, her lipstick, her clothes, and she's got a nice afro. She came with an afro comb. I just can't get past the eyes. I don't like the faces. So this is why these particular dolls in my collection go unnoticed. Question 3 is a doll that took time to warm up to, but now you love them. It has to be this doll here. Her name is called Smirky Cindy, and she came out around 1986 by Pedigree. They actually changed her faceplate because Cindy never used to have this faceplate. She had a different faceplate, and I just couldn't process the new faceplate. So it took me quite a while to warm up to her. I mean, they had another face change when Hasbro took over from Pedigree. Cindy was the most used doll in my childhood, and her face was imprinted in my brain. So when they changed the face, it just took a while for me to warm up. However, I do love her, and I only dress her in Cindy branded clothes. So this is my Smirky Cindy doll for question 3. So question 4 is a doll you're thinking about rehoming. And this doll's definitely going to be rehomed. She's a factory Blythe doll. Her name is called Sweet Red Wine. I'm going to rehome her to a YouTuber friend in America because she's just getting into playing with dolls. And I've got a lot of factory Blythe dolls, so I thought I'd gift her this one. So she's definitely going to America to a doll newbie. And her name is called Sweet Red Wine. So question 5 is a doll that you associate with special and fond memories. So the dolls that I've chosen for this question are my Amanda Jane dolls. So this doll reminds me of my childhood Amanda Jane. This doll here is a black version. She came out around the 1970s. You can see that the faceplate has changed. This doll also comes white, but I think I had a doll like this in the 70s. I vaguely remember. Then they introduced the Amanda Jane baby, which has got the same faceplate as the newer Amanda Jane doll, but she's got like kind of like baby kind of bold legs. And then they brought out a teenager doll. This is called Miss Amanda Jane. She doll hasn't got no neck. Can you see the neck? Her neck is kind of scrunched. But yeah, she's the same height as my Amanda Jane doll, as you can see. But this one here, little Miss Amanda Jane, is geared towards more like being a teenager. So she came with a dress, a bag, tight shoes, and bloomer knickers sort of thing. Yeah, so these are my Amanda Jane doll collections, and they remind me of my childhood. This one here that I do remember playing with as a child, I've got the blue-eyed one. There was also one with brown eyes. You know, I've got loads of clothes for them, like school uniform, brownie uniform. They do take me back to my childhood. So these are my Amanda Jane doll collections. Question 6 is a doll with a flaw. It got damaged somehow, or there's a particular design characteristic that you deem a flaw. So for that, it has to be my Mandy doll. So these dolls were quite popular in the UK in the 60s and 70s. They're part of the Pippa range. I do remember having the Pippa doll. I always wanted this one. It was hard to get black dolls back then. I think the American version of Pippa is a doll called Dawn Topper. Very similar, but she's not articulated in the legs like Pippa is. So this doll here is Mandy, which was part of the Pippa range. She's Pippa's friend. I mean, this isn't her original outfit. Her original outfit is a red dress and red shoes, but they're in the wash. And they did these. This was produced by a company called Palitoy. But she's got like a wobbly. You can't really see it on camera, but this leg here is very wobbly. You know, that's how she came, because she is over 50 years old. So I guess it's just wear and tear, vintage. But I guess I can get that repaired, you know, probably change a screw or something. So this is my Mandy, and she's part of the Pippa range. So question 7 is a second-hand doll. This doll here is called Copycat, and she's actually a vintage doll. So she was made in the 1960s as a cologne to first Cindy, which was called the Cindy Weekender. Cindy was a doll that a lot of kids had in the UK. I think she was the UK equivalent to Barbie. Barbie wasn't so common when I was growing up. It was mainly Cindy's that people had. And yeah, this, as I said before, this is a cologne to the first Cindy. She's very, very similar. She's got like a soft face. She's got soft arms, and then her body is hard, just like the Cindy Weekender. Very similar hairstyle. The only difference between this doll and the Cindy Weekender is that the Cindy Weekender's got a shorter neck and her eyes are slightly more wider. That's the only difference. But apart from that, they're very similar. I bought this doll secondhand. She actually fits vintage Cindy clothes. So what she's got on is vintage Cindy clothes. And because she thinks she's Cindy, Copycat only wears vintage Cindy clothes. Another thing I like about Copycat are her feet, because can you see there that she's got like a mould there? So if I want to put on like vintage clogs, they really stay well on her feet. So this is my Copycat, and she is a doll that I bought secondhand. Question 8 is a doll with a favourite companion or accessory. So it has to be my Kid Creation Cindy's and Paul, who is their boyfriend. So these are Cindy's that were recreated using the old faceplate. It's quite different to my quirky Cindy. And this is a 1980s Paul doll that was made by Hasbro. So the Cindy's were made by Kid Creation and the Paul was made by Hasbro. And these three hang out together. Paul's a bit of a player. I mean, he prefers my blogger Cindy, but he's also been kind of flirting with this Cindy as well. So these are my favourite companion dolls at the moment. It does change. So question 9 is a doll wearing your favourite colour. So my favourite colours are orange, yellow and red. And these are all rainbow high dolls. The orange doll is called Michelle St. Charles. She's a rainbow high doll. The yellow doll is called Sunny Madison. She's also a rainbow high doll. And the red doll is called Rosie Red, who's a shadow kind of high doll. And they're wearing my favourite colours. So the final question is a doll you've changed up, customised, or would like to change, or customise if you could. So for this question, I want to show you a doll and an accessory that I knitted and custom made. And it's a doll called Rusty and her cat is called Cauldron. So yeah, this was a hand knitted project done by myself. This is Cauldron, which is Rusty's cat. I hand knitted her, used buttons for her eyes. I put a little badge there on her head for her witch's hat. She's got like beads around her neck and a collar. I kind of sewed in her nose. So I knitted her, custom made. Now, I knitted a broomstick for Rusty. It's a bit bent because what I stuffed it inside with a snap, but that's the broomstick. This is her shawl. It looks like it's being crocheted, but I actually knitted it. The pattern gives it that kind of crochet look because I'm not really good at crocheting. So that's her shawl. And then this is my Rusty. Quite proud of her. So I made her shoes, knitted her shoes. She's got on kind of bloomers that I knitted with pockets. Knitted her skirt. This is her jumper that I've knitted. She's got a bra on. Yeah, she's got like a bra top on that I knitted. I knitted her hat, her jumper. She's got like hand mittens on, like fingerless gloves on, which I also knitted. Most of my dolls wear glasses because I wear glasses. I use felt for her eyes. She's got like I think she's got a mole there. She's also got one on her nose. And her hair is ginger. So Rusty and her black cat called Cauldron with her walking stick and her shawl for those cold nights when she's flying on her broomstick is a doll that I hand knitted and customed. So I want to thank Julie for devising this beautiful hashtag. I don't know whether I'm allowed to tag people in. I'd like to tag in Glinda Dolls, I think that's the channel, and Mandy Dolls. They're both UK doll collectors, and I'd love to see them participate in this hashtag. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.